So I actually had a donation incentive, so I'm not sure which character I'm supposed to be playing. It was either Caleb or Ophelia.
Looks like Ophelia still won.
Okay.
They tried, though.
Didn't get sniped.
Thanks for the donations for that. And yeah, 3, 2, 1, go. So the donation incentive was to pick which character I was going to play, and basically Caleb was the main character of the Blood series, and he would have basically more. He would have cutscenes and other boss fights, but he is also slower and has a bigger health pool and more ammo. So he's a little bit easier, but a lot slower. So you guys picked the fast character, which is nice. Thanks for that. And yeah, so this game is on Lithtech Engine, which is same engine as Shogo, Mobile Armored Division, and No One Lives Forever. And this is one of the first instances where they actually use that engine. And so it's really glitchy and not really in any good ways. So this game does not run well on modern PCs at all. So it's kind of amazing that it's actually running right now. But yeah, so right here I'm getting some extra health for an upcoming skip. And yeah. Right here I just got pretty much invincibility. And I killed that guy for his extra gun, and these 2 Uzis basically are the highest DPS weapon. Right there I just did a big skip, which you can only do if you have enough health and armor. Those lasers are supposed to kill you instantly, but if you have enough health, then you can just pass right through them and so you get your time.
What's that in your face cube?
These are just face huggers, no big deal. Not taken from anything, completely original enemies. Anyway, this game is not quite as spooky as the last few games that were being played in the marathon, but it's spooky in its own way. So right here is another skip. It's a pretty big one. These steam vents kill you instantly if you touch them. So you can just jump around. And
nice.
And that's a lot easier with Ophelia because she's actually smaller. The characters have different hitboxes, so there's another character who's actually like insanely tall and slow.
What a waste of good material.
But Ophelia is the fastest, and I just fell. There we go. And the smallest, so.
No, I cannot be.
So yeah, if you've ever played Blood 1, you can instantly tell how much different this game is compared to that, and just how much worse it is. I mean, Blood 1 is pretty much like Legendary. It's a really good build engine game, and it's a really good speed run also. This game, not really quite as good, but still a pretty fun speed run. Definitely a more fun speed run than it is a casual playthrough. Right there, I just waited for an enemy to spawn so I could jump on his head and do a little skip right there.
The first Blood is really gritty and dark, but I don't know, the second one here is just, it seems bright and happy, which doesn't seem right for a Blood game.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot more futuristic, too.
Yeah, the first one takes place in like 1920. This takes place further in the future.
What's the record?
The record for this game?
Yeah.
I think it's like 27 something for Ophelia, and probably like 35 something for Caleb.
Got a really tough trick coming up here. I've seen Cupface actually mess this one up.
Getting on this platform.
He always just messes it up. He never gets it.
It will not stop me. Oh, I do hope that hurt.
Oops. Grab the key here.
Not last much longer.
And we're actually getting up to a point where it's literally the most perfect spot for donation reading, possibly in any game. Because we got nice elevator music
Almost,
and the longest elevator of all time.
almost unintentional auto-scrolling.
Ah, yes, the elevator. I remember seeing that when I was looking up this game. Well, I'd like to take a moment here to actually talk about a couple of the games that we've got some incentive stores still coming up. First, Sylvan Tale, which will be coming up pretty soon. We can play it on the English patch for only another $600. And then in Secret of Evermore, we've got the option to anger the chicken god, which we're nearly about halfway to. Looking for $7,500 for that, and we're nearly $2,500 there.
I think the game just crashed.
Uh-oh. Oh!
Yeah, there it is.
Awesome. Well, that's not really completely unexpected. Let's just start it back up.
Has that happened before?
Not in that area.
Say it.
That is never happened. Not even once to anybody. Well, that's unfortunate because save is kind of far back. Because usually I don't save on the auto scroller that has nothing in it, so I wasn't really expecting that. But
Damage this flesh back all you want. It will not stop me.
okay,
Must get away.
yeah. Well, back on the auto scroller. This time I'll save.
Good plan, good plan.
Keep saving.
Yeah.
This is my favorite part of the run.
So this might be the best time for donations because this is the longest elevator.
Yes.
And there's elevator music.
Yeah.
I knew that.
Absolutely. So first, I did want to mention, when y'all were saying this was all bright and colorful, I kind of thought it reminded me of Duke Nukem, which we have a couple incentives for Duke Nukem 3D Glitch Exhibition, which we're a little over halfway towards, and the bonus EP4 run, which we do need a couple more things for as well there. We do have plenty of donations still, though. First, we've got $40 from Pogo Keen. Cube's here to donate some blood. Someone
Pogo
else
Keen.
is. Please put this toward Cube's Duke 3D Episode 4 run. Speaking of.
Yeah, Pokeen is a really amazing member of the Build Engine community. Runs all sorts of Build Engine games, mostly Duke Nukem.
Mm-hmm.
He's a really nice guy.
Got $30 from Ultra Joe. My father's chemotherapy left him seriously fatigued, so, at my suggestion, he begrudgingly bought a PS4 to fill the time he was stuck on the couch. He'd never really understood the appeal of video games, but I knew he'd had a change of heart when I found out he'd been binging on The Witcher 3, even when he wasn't having treatment. So, as far as I'm concerned, video games are already beating cancer.
No, I cannot.
Thank you for the donations. Right here, I just did a big skip right there. There's actually a push trigger on top of that airship. It's supposed to like simulate wind, kind of pushing you off the edge, but if you go right to the side, then it won't push you off, so you can skip that entire level, which is nice, because that level is incredibly annoying with all the hit scanner snipers.
Literally CS surfing.
Damage this flesh back all you want. It will not stop me.
So yeah, this game is actually insanely hard on the harder difficulties because of all the hit scanners. So casually, this game is pretty frustrating.
Lighter
Damage
boss.
this flesh back all you want. It
Oh,
will
I
not
actually ran out of ammo. That's amazing. Okay.
You got the op.
Yeah. Yeah, with the sniper rifle, you can actually switch weapons and shoot it a lot faster, which is useful for faster DPS because the sniper does a lot of ammo, or does a lot of damage. So right here, we're just gonna go press the self-destruct button
cannot be beaten.
on the ship and get out of here.
It's gonna blow.
Damage this flesh back all you want.
Should you have
It will
pushed
not
that
stop
button?
me.
Ah, that's fine.
You will pay dearly for that.
Yeah, Ophelia also likes to talk about her flesh sack all the time, which is kind of bizarre, but
That's a little mature.
yeah. So right here, I'm gonna do a little dive right there, and if you land on that slope, then you won't take any damage.
Cupid's back.
Get it off.
It came with you off the spaceship.
But those things, if you just mash the use button, they'll get off you. They're kind of like the hands from Original Blood. Oops. Go up here and grab this extra health. Yeah, Ophelia has a lot smaller of a health pool. I think Caleb's health goes up to like 250, whereas Ophelia only goes up to 150, so. Game's a little bit harder there, but it's not that bad on the easiest. It's right here around the first area that actually looks like a blood game. I have to just wait for these guys to spawn so I can shoot them. And then the door will open. Okay.
Got the little blood doors here, and you saw the blood symbol earlier, which you would see at the end of the maps on Blood 1.
Yeah.
Nice little throwback.
Must get away.
A little bit of platforming right here. Everybody loves first-person platforming, right?
So, Cube, we always see you running these kinds of games. What draws you to this?
Like 90s FPS in general.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just the fast-paced, arcadey nature of them. They don't have many cutscenes or story elements in them. They're just fast and really speed-runnable games in general. So they're just perfect for speedrunning.
Perfect. Perfect game.
Yeah, that's why I want to.
Run by the perfect specimen.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you look.
Oh, shit.
I cannot be beaten.
So with this boss, okay, use grenades on him with the triple damage. And he goes down pretty fast. Usually right there would be a long cutscene. That's Caleb.
Get away.
Ophelia doesn't get that.
Did you just shoot Caleb?
It will not
Is
stop.
Caleb?
You just shoot Caleb?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, earlier it was pretty funny. I was doing the practice run and
I cannot be beaten.
in that cutscene, the character that you're supposed to be talking to just exploded for no reason. I was very confused about that.
Impaling your fellow passengers with sharp objects is strictly prohibited.
Okay.
So that's the second time we saw this train, and we're going to come back to it 2 more times.
Yeah. They kind of reuse the same levels.
Pay dearly
Or at least
for
that same level. Okay, so right here, the
Much longer.
biggest skip of the run is coming up. Actually, it's such a easy skip. I'm gonna ask Blood Thunder to come up here. If you could just, there's this gate in my way. Can you just run forward and press the spacebar real quick? Thank you. You just saved us 5 minutes.
Oh my god.
Shout out to Blood Thunder.
I've never seen Cube do that. It's actually really hard.
Yeah, it's actually the hardest rig in the game. I actually needed Blood Thunder to do that. But yeah, basically that skip is just really funny because it's just, they just have this little gate in front of you, and usually you have to go all the way up that building and then watch a really long cutscene. Obviously, as Ophelia, the cutscene is skipped, but even still, the building is really big and it takes a long time to get through that, but you can just jump over the gate and it's no problem.
That's what happens when the texture team doesn't really communicate with the wireframe team.
Yeah, exactly. There's a few instances of that in this game where it's just like you can
Damage this flesh
easily
vessel.
jump over something.
It will not stop.
I think they just didn't communicate with the dictionary. Like, what's a gate, you know?
Yeah.
Might want to save. You're on an elevator.
That's a good point.
No, I cannot be beaten.
Oh yeah, these things can actually mess you up. If they grab you when you're on an elevator, you'll just fall through the elevator.
Damage this flesh sack
That's
all
so
you want.
disorienting.
It will not stop.
But they're good for a speed run. They make you go faster.
Yeah, they do give you a bit of a speed boost,
No, I cannot.
but it's completely random, so it's not really controllable. Maybe I'm gonna grab some extra health, but jumping off that guy's head. And then do a little skip right here. Hopefully this guy doesn't grab me. Oh, he missed. So there's another skip right here where if you have enough health and armor, you can
Get away.
tank this.
Damage this flesh sack.
Usually you have to get like a suit to get through there, or you have to turn it off and preserve the heat, but you can just tank it if you have enough health. Whoa. It's so disorienting and actually, whoa, what is happening? Yeah, it's really random directions they send you.
Yeah, but that speed boost though, profit.
Sometimes it helps. I'm gonna grab some extra health right here. Some ammo.
Did you even have to kill that guy?
I mean, he was kind of in my way. A little bit.
Damage this flesh like all you want. It will not stop me.
Shoot the oven right there, and it explodes. As ovens do.
What a waste of good material. No, I cannot be beaten. Not last much longer.
Okay. Yeah, all the hit scanners in this game can be crazy annoying. So now we're on the water level. It's really short, so it's not a big deal. There's kind of a long section that I haven't found a skip for yet. I'm sure there's probably a skip that somebody could find for it.
The hit scanners don't seem quite as bad as the first game, where the second difficulty is
That's true.
pretty difficult.
It's kind of a common blood thing, huh? Blood is kind of known for its insane difficulty. So right here you can do another skip where you can kind of jump on this pipe and then jump again, and you'll just boost all the way up to the second level. Those guys think it's pretty funny. It's right here. You have to raise the water level for this boat so that you can get across. This is what I was talking about. It would be nice to find a skip for it because you just have to go right across over there. But there's no form of like grenade boosting or anything like that. Any damage boosting.
I bet Blood Thunder could find it. It's already a god at the game.
Probably. Wait for these guys for health and armor. Yeah, I'm actually out of Uzi ammo again, which is weird.
Damage this flesh like all you want. It will not.
No, please, no.
Okay. Back on the train. I mean, it does change a little bit because there's different enemies and enemy placement and stuff. But, I mean, they did really just reuse it. Except this time you go on top of the train for a little bit. Oops.
No, I cannot be beaten.
This game's actually kind of difficult to play, not because it's a hard game, but because the mouse sensitivity likes to just change on its own in the middle of the game. So if you're kind of one of those people that get really annoyed with if your mouse sensitivity isn't absolutely perfect, then this game is probably not for you.
I cannot be beaten. Pay dearly for that. Not on your best day, insect. Not last much longer.
But yeah, I think this game is, I mean, if you're looking to get into like 90s FPS sort of stuff, this game is definitely not a difficult one, so there's no like special movement tech or like difficult glitches that you have to like learn. It's just kind of run and gun, really simple, but like strangely fun.
No, I cannot be beaten.
I don't know. Challenging the gate seemed pretty difficult.
Yeah, the gate is pretty tough. Okay, second boss right here. Just use the same strat. Hopefully he doesn't walk towards me so I don't blow myself up. Okay, there we go. He's gone. And there's going to be a bit of like nothingness right here because the cutscene would usually be playing, but since I'm playing as Ophelia, there's no cutscene, so it's probably a good time for some donations.
Can do, can do. Let's see, we got $20 from Sparrowhawk. Love the night crew. Thanks for staying up with me. Thanks for staying up with us. $5 from Bambi Soares. Huge Kappa clap for all the runners and everyone working behind the scenes. $15 from Anonymous. First time watching AGDQ live and first time donating. Congratulations to all the runners and organizers for a fantastic event. This donation goes to the Superman N64 incentive. Broken games are the best games, at least during a speedrun marathon.
Last much longer.
Okay, so I'm just going to shoot that vent up there because I'm going to be going back through here pretty soon. Activate the valve control, or valve access right now. This part, I almost found a skip for all this, but it doesn't quite work because the exit of the level is actually like really close to the start, but unfortunately there's just a huge death trigger. But I did find this little skip where you can get this guy and jump over the fence right there, so you don't have to go all the way around.
Nice.
Okay, that guy just blew himself up. Jump up there.
Not last
Because
much
the plasma
longer.
guns do a lot of damage, so gotta be careful around them.
No, I cannot be beaten. Pay dearly for that.
Not sure if I pressed that. There's not really any like indication they pressed some buttons.
Must get away. Not last much longer.
Is there any storyline behind this game? Is Ophelia, since they skipped all the cutscenes, or do we not really know?
The story of this game is even more confusing than the first game. But yeah, the story is pretty much completely gone if you play as Ophelia. Because they're going to do cutscenes and stuff, and the cutscenes wouldn't make any sense either because Caleb is actually trying to rescue Ophelia. Like right here, Ophelia would be tied to that.
Nice.
And Caleb would have to rescue her. But obviously, the playing as Ophelia doesn't really happen. And actually, you might remember Ophelia from Blood 1 when Caleb finds her dead. And, you know, he's like, Ophelia, no. At the end of episode 1.
So one trick Cube just did right there was Ophelia is actually fast enough to cross the bridge and jump in time to make it to the other side, whereas Caleb can't actually do that.
Yeah, earlier we were messing with those bugs that get on your face and give you a little speed boost to see if we could get over with Caleb, but it's just so random that it's not really completely feasible. Whereas with Ophelia, it's just nothing. It's right there, I kill those two guys really quick because I found out that it's actually a lot faster. Oh, this guy's gonna... Because if you don't do that, then that monster will try to fight those two guys. And it'll waste a lot of time because he uses his attack that does AoE damage and it'll kill you by accident. So you just kill him for him, and then you don't have to deal with that.
Damage this flesh sack all you want. It will not stop me.
There she goes, talking about her flesh sack again. I don't know what that's all about.
Gotta say, the lines when she takes damage are choice.
You will pay dearly for
Oh,
that.
fine. Wow, I had one
Will
health for a
make
second.
you
That was crazy. But yeah, there's a, like in Blood 1, there's a med kit that you can carry around and heal yourself with it.
Must get away.
I did actually need it for a skip that I'm not going to be able to do, unfortunately, because I just used all of my health back, but it's fine because I would rather not die.
Damage this flesh sack all you want. It will not stop me.
So yeah, as Ophelia, there's a bit more health management, especially with this part of the game,
Pay dearly
because
for that.
there's an elevator that you can skip if you have enough health, because then you can tank the fall damage. And right here, there would have been the worst cutscene just of all time. But luckily, we don't have to listen to that. Or unluckily, I'm not sure. Depends.
How much faster is the Ophelia run than Caleb's run?
Well, it's about 10 minutes faster. Just because of all the, the fact that she is faster in the cutscenes. And she even skips a few bosses.
Pay dearly for that.
What's your favorite line that she says?
I mean, it's got to be the flesh side.
It's got to be Felicia.
Can we find Jojo the monkey in this game?
I don't think so, unfortunately.
He doesn't make a return.
Look, there he is.
Yeah, for that, I actually use the speed boost that it gives me because usually they actually let me run through the water a lot faster than that, but
I will
jumped off a
make
little
you
early.
suffer. Must get
So this
away.
crazy scientist guy would have been talking all sorts of smack earlier, but since we didn't have to watch this stupid cutscene,
I will make you
we don't
suffer.
know. Actually, I can't. Oh, 26 health. Probably not a good idea to do that.
I will.
I think I'm just gonna do it slowly so that I don't die a bunch later on.
Due to the health difference of Ophelia and Caleb, this trick is a lot harder on Ophelia.
Yeah. So it was a good time for donations, I guess.
Sure, when we get there. See, we got $10 from Rains. My great uncle is a salty old man, and I found out last week that he beat colon cancer. He's very glad that the chemo is finally done. Good luck to all the runners. My money is going toward the red character for Spelunky, Omar all the way.
Okay, so yeah, the reason I didn't want to do that is because in this next part, I usually take a lot of damage. So I just would have died over and over. It would have been worth it. This door doesn't like to open sometimes.
Aim is as ugly as
So I need to
you
go up
are.
here, grab this key.
You will pay dearly for that.
As with most games of this generation, the best way to loot something is
Not last much longer.
destroy it.
Damage this flesh like all you want. It will not stop you.
Okay, so we're coming up on a really annoying boss who has a lot of RNG, and hopefully we get lucky. So this guy teleports around, and after you do a certain amount of damage to him, sometimes he'll glitch out and just keep teleporting. In fact,
Damage this
just so
flesh
that he
like all
doesn't
you
do
want.
that,
It will not stop
I'm
me.
gonna grab this
I will not
3
last
times
much
damage.
longer.
And then shoot him, and there we go. Don't even have to deal with that. It's a little bit slower, but I think it's worth it because if he does that teleporting thing, then I would have to redo the whole fight. So
His teleporting becomes so quick that he's basically impossible to hit. He just flickers around the screen.
yeah, even if you're just going crazy, spamming like Uzis all over the place, you get really lucky if you hit him even once. Right here with Caleb, there would be a big spider boss fight, but as Ophelia, you don't have to deal with that.
So this is kind of like, if you compared it to Symphony of the Night, this would be like the Richter.
Sure.
Like a little bit more of like a glass cannon, skip a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
So is her gameplay actually different, or just the story bits?
The gameplay is different because she's a lot faster and smaller, so
Yeah, I see you do a lot of like diagonal movement.
yeah, strafe run through the entire game.
Oh, okay.
Just like Doom and Duke, all sorts of 90s FPSs. But yeah, I guess the gameplay isn't vastly different because, I mean, I am generally doing the same stuff. Right here, we're already at the final boss.
Time to get you for a wooden
Skipped another boss because of Ophelia
No, I cannot be.
before this. But yeah, this after this is just get the triple damage
Flesh like all you want. It
and
will
then
not
shoot
stop
Cthulhu in the eye. And he's dead. And timing ends when the, timing ends when the credits begin. Right here, there would usually be a cutscene.
360.
Any second.
What a well-made game.
So, yeah, these are the credits and
Oh, time, by the way.
yeah, time. Usually, it would be a cutscene right here, but since I'm playing as Ophelia, which is this person, and this is Caleb right here, you can just walk around and like shoot everybody. And these are other characters they can play as. So yeah.
Dead on target.
It's okay. Caleb will live again.
Yeah. So yeah, thanks for watching Blood 2. Have a good rest of the marathon. And thanks for watching UGDQ.